Good afternoon, it's Tony Hayes from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on audio formats. This is really for investigators' benefit, but may apply to other people that are looking to record voices in particular with electronic voice phenomena. And it's an aspect which many investigators either don't realise or just simply don't bother to select. So generally these days people have stopped using the old analog tape recorders of years ago, tend to use digital recorders. There are literally hundreds of different types of recorder you may use. The more money you invest in the recorder, the better it is. But there's no point in spending £500 on a digital recorder if you're saving the audio in a poor format. You can buy a digital recorder off eBay for £25-30. That'll save in WAV format, and that'll outperform a 500 device as long as the correct format of saving the audio is selected. So generally you'll be dealing with one or two types of format, either the one on the left, which is MP3, or WAV, or often referred to as WAV. All MP3 is what they call compressed format. WAV files are uncompressed format. What does a compression mean? Well, in the digital age, audio, when it's saved to your device, is saved in layers of mathematical formula, really. It's not like an analog tape that's going to play sound. It does a calculation, puts the audio into a digital format, which is dot noughts and dashes and so on and so forth. So MP3 will have less layers compared to WAV, which has more layers. Now, the reason why MP3 came about in the first place is, for example, I'll just bring a graph up here and I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is MP3. If that's 60 seconds of audio in MP3, it's going to be about 3 megabytes. Okay. If I'm going to save it in a WAV file, 60 seconds of audio, it's going to be 10-11 megabytes. If it's a couple of minutes of audio, having an MP3 file of, say, 6 megabytes is fine, but you're not going to be able to email anything over 20 megabytes in size. Normally email limits about 20, some are 10, but even then, if you're using WAV format, the files themselves are much larger and are more difficult to actually pass back into. But with websites such as WeTransfer, you can transfer files up to 2 gigabytes, which is 2,000 megabytes of data in one transfer. If you've got any questions on that, just send us a message and I'm very able to help you with that. So I'll touch on MP3, what MP3 is, because that's predominantly what people generally use. So when you buy your recorder, there's 2 things which are critical that you must do in your recorder. Number 1, set the date and the time as accurately as possible. Okay, incredibly important that you set the date and the time as accurate as possible. The reason for that is if you send me audio, 1, I will need a WAV format, and 2, I will need to see the metadata. So, for example, if you say to me you took an EVP at 11:37 on Sunday, the 4th of September, that metadata, which will be saved within the audio, will be intact. If you do anything with it, I will spot it, and then the suspicions begin to get in, will begin to leak into your capture, and you'll destroy your capture very quickly if you start to edit things such as boosting, enhancement, effects, that type of stuff. So if you're going to send me any form of audio, because if you capture a fantastic Class A EVP, one, you don't want to destroy it by saving it in a low format, and two, you don't want to destroy it by editing it later. So ensure your recorder does have the correct date and time as accurately as possible. If you change the batteries periodically, or take the batteries out for some time, you may find that the clock will default back to manufacturer's preset. Normally, a battery change won't alter the time, but just double check. A lot of the recorders now come with a built-in battery, which makes life a little bit easier. But whatever you do, when you're going out to the investigation with your digital recorder or recorders, ensure the date and the time are as accurate as possible to the seconds, if that's possible. That's that one. The other option, so you're going to set your date, time, and so on. The next one is to set the format that you're saving. If you buy any digital recorder, if it's a Panasonic, Olympus, Sony, whatever, Zoom are quite popular these days, then you need to set the saving of the format. Now, it will generally be into the option box that you go into the recorder, something like format that you want to save the file in. The ultimate is WAV file, which is this one here, which is WAV. It will generally give you other options as well, as it does with MP3. So if we look at it as an MP3 file, there are different rates of MP3. It isn't just MP3 and WAV. So, for example, they talk about these letters here, kbps. I'll show you on this what I mean by that. So it's one of the things I will check for. I want to know what format has been saved in. So this particular one is 128 kbps. 128. The minimum, the best one for audio formats is 320, which is that one there, which is excellent. Once you're moving into what was it, 128, which is that one there, it's decent. But if you're just simply recording a meeting with friends and you want to you need a record of that conversation, that discussion, you can save in quite a low format. It doesn't matter. You're not after the accuracy or the quality, just recording the conversation. But once you move into audio analysis, the best format is WAV file. So even though I'm going to show you this, what I'm saying is that there's a big difference between 320 and one. I think this one was 128 kbps. Now, if we look at equivalent of a WAV file that's been sent in for analysis, again, going to the details, the bit rate now is 1411 kbps compared to just 128. So this has got considerable more layers of sound than this has. So if I need to enhance it, if you've got an EVP that's very low in volume, maybe a bit bitty, I will have major problems cleaning that one up. This one is far easier because I'm able to slice through the layers of noise, get rid of it without too greatly affecting the rest of the file. So what you're looking to to save is on a WAV is 16 bits, 44,100 kilohertz. That's the ultimate best format you can save in. That is the same as a CD. Okay. Now, some of the technology, particularly when you're moving into film script, that type of stuff, then they're moved into 24-bit. The difficulty with this is that the room involved in it is massive. And if we look at another graph, which will show you exactly what sort of usage is done, if you buy an audio CD from any music shop of any artist, it's going to be 16-bit, 44,100 kilohertz. That is the format of an audio CD. That's the format I want you to record your EVPs on. That one. Select it. If you've got a recorder and it only does MP3, consider getting another one. If you're looking to purchase one, look into the specifications and make sure you get one that does have the option sampling rate of 16-bit 41,100. Once you move into high resolution audio, this is more associated for high quality, high definition movies where they may be panning sound. So you've got like bullets coming from the left, something else coming from the right, and they need that degree of accuracy. Audio quality WAV file 16-bit 44,000 is fine. With high resolution, you generally haven't got the kit to get the benefit of it anyway. So that's the one that you need to select, the bottom one. So when I get to it, you send me audio. The first thing I'll do is spot his MP3. I'll generally have a sigh, and then I'll go look and think, oh, it's 320. No, it's 128, and so on. Likewise with the WAV, I can look at a WAV on there. Oh yeah, high quality. If you use additional software, so for example, if I was to open that in a digital audio workstation software or WavePad or Dolby Audition, Audacity, which is another software which is quite popular, if your file is an MP3, saving it after its WAV file does not overcome the problem. If you've recorded your sound and it's a sow's ear, by then resaving it as WAV file does not turn it into a pig's ear. Okay, it'll always stay a sow's ear. So you've got to, absolutely crucial for all investigators, is to save in WAV or WAV 44,100 kilohertz or 44,100 16-bit. That's the format that you need. Don't waver or move away from it. You send a file like that, fine. If you need to use editing software, so for example, you've done a 10-minute audio, you're going to have a file that's huge. I don't particularly want to listen to 10 minutes of the audio with something that may only be 3 or 4 seconds in it. I do like to be told whereabouts it is. It makes my life a lot easier. So I do accept that you may have to go back to it and splice it, cut that section out of, say, 10 seconds. If you do that in your own storage that you use at home for your investigations, keep a folder there, but maintain and keep hold of the original audio untouched. So, simple terms, you've gone out to a location, you recorded 10 minutes of audio, you hear an EVP, put that file into a folder, put the file then into your splicing software, cut out the section that you need, the 10 seconds that you're going to forward on to somebody, but save it as a separate file. Maintain and keep hold of that original audio untouched in every aspect, which it'll have the timestamp into the metadata as well as any the rest of the. Sometimes some of the recorders will either ask for relocation, you can even put your coordinates on. So we know then after, so if you've got an absolute class A impressive EVP on a 10-minute section of edited audio, everyone's going to be suspicious with it. But they won't be if you've got the original one all backed up that you're able to provide with it as backup evidence. So it's probably gone a little bit longer than what I expected this one to do. It needed doing because it's a conversation I have time and time again with not just clients but investigators as well. It's about improving the quality of the captures on EVP and making my job incredibly easier because I'm actually working with a nice silk purse. Okay, right, hope that's any useful to you. Any questions, shout out. Always very happy to help where I can. See you soon. Bye.